so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt, and he'll go down at the 28. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Touchdown, Browns! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
Yeah, I did. My bad. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Goff now to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll take him down at the one-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Alex Anzalone coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Now they're going with a screen here out to the right. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Forced out to his left. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go with Chubb on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal of 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, here's Goff. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mayfield now. And finding the tight end Hooper. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a carry for Swift. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 40 now on second down. Goff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Goff. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Next score, Browns 17, Lions 14. Jack Bucs to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Come on, D.
Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front.
And that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 28, Mike 28. Watch the run, watch the run. Run.
Mayfield. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Will Harris. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 22. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Browns 17. Jack Bucs to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Go. Let's go.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let them know. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Swift. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Goff. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They will run it with Swift here. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. One last shot from Mayfield here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt